Namaste. Wow. I think when Tarun was sitting here and he was saying he was feeling bad because he was in between the lunch and all of you beautiful audience, I was actually feeling guilty when these two beautiful ladies were calling everyone when everybody was eating. Right. And that's a part and parcel of being coming immediately next to the lunch. So once again, good day, good afternoon, namaste. My name is Ashok Pahwa. I take care of HP Indigo business for Indian Subcontinent market. Many of the time when we were interacting during the lunchtime also, we say HP, HP, okay. Computers, laptop, server. I said no. We are a part of an HP, but we are a part of this beautiful community. So today we are going to speak about what we do in this whole design space. Just to give you an introduction, I'm not from a design community. I'm not from NID. I'm absolutely away from it. And that's the reason, just to secure myself, I want to put a slightly different element of, a hat. I want to put a different hat to this whole design event today. And I want to speak about how a brand, how a marketeer sees design in their own eyes, from their own eyes, and how do they see the market. So today the theme is, Sudhir has given us the theme of change, right? Everything is changing, right from academics to automobile to textile to print, everything is changing around us. But as an individual, as a consumer, I'm a consumer. I'm a consumer of many, many brand services. But as a consumer, everything is changing around us. And to just give it a light note, I think this is what I feel. Our basic need has changed. Now, our basic need, if you see, the bottom two red, I'm sorry to change the Maslow theories here. A bottom two is like Wi-Fi and mobile. Without this, life doesn't move, life doesn't work. And here I want to just take a pause and say, hi, why it is happening? Why is it that these two red bottom slabs have become so important for us? And then I say, maybe that's what is the reason for it. And the reason for it is millennials, Gen Z, and the newer generation, which is coming to all of us as a consumer, as a service, consumer of our services and the product. 65% of 1.4 billion population that we have in India, these guys contributes. And if I tell you who all are millennial here, who all are Gen Z here, I can just see anybody who is on a mobile now, on their Instagram, on their Facebook, on their WhatsApp chat, they fall into this millennial category, right? The life is very complex for these millennials and Gen Z as well. But we can simply put their life into three simple stories. The first of the story is YOLO. You only live once. And I want to do everything in my life today, and I want to share it with everyone. That's what my life is all about. Second one is, because you are doing it, I have a FOMO. I have a FOMO of, a fear of missing out. I am sitting on my Facebook, but I'm seeing what you are doing. So I want to do it more. I want to do it little more than what you are doing today. And then again, share it, with the audience. And then we have, some third side of it, which is, the counter side of which we call it as ZOMO, which is purposefully I want to enjoy missing out. I want to detox myself from this. So this is what is the audience that we all are targeting today. Now, if this is the audience that we are all targeting today, they all are the connected audience. When I say they are the connected audience, the battery and the mobile that we talked about, this is the connecting audience. And this is the content they consume on 1 minute of an internet usage. If you see 3.8 billion of Facebook pages, 4 billions of likes, 700 hours of the Netflix that they consume in 1 minute of an internet. And when it happens, when we have so much of a content which is bombarded, what really happens is my eyeballs, as a consumer, my eyeball has become a business for many brands. And this is what we call it as an attention economy. So what really changed for all of us today, we are actually living in an era of attention economy. My attention is definitely a business for you. Today I'm spending 3 hours, 40 minutes on my mobile device. And this is what is a business for many of the brands today. But what really happens is when I actually see 3 hours, 40 minutes of my time when I spend it on a mobile, I'm bombarded with lots and lots of information which is created by brand, marketing, advertiser, family, friends. And what they want is they want that little attention from that 3 hours, 40 minutes from my side. So getting an attention from the consumers today and audience today has become a task. I have to really stand out and do something which is very different. On the other side of it, we have learned it that the attention span of a consumer has gone down from 20 seconds to 8 seconds, 12 seconds to 8 seconds in last 22 years. Even though I get that attention span, even though I get an attention, do I get the right attention? Do I keep it the time that I want to keep it with me? Now, this is the life of a brand today, guys. This is where we all want to go back and check the audience behavior for which we all are working today. And we put them into a basket of a millennial and Gen Z. Now, behind the one aspect of getting connected, the attention span, the lower attention span, there are very few, from our experiences working with the brand, there are very few other characteristics that we want to really, give it to the audience today, which is the first and the foremost is, they are the experience seeker. I was actually talking to one of the gentlemen today from psychology, and they say today they don't want to own, they want to experience, and they want to share their experience with the audience. Second, they want anything which is unique. I don't want to buy a phone which everybody is carrying today. I want a phone which is only made for me. Third thing is, of course, it is self-oriented. It is me, and me. This is my me behavior. Sometimes, we may call it as a narcissist also, right? Sir is actually, laughing onto it. But yes, there is a theory which is done. We call them a narcissist as well. And then, for a brand, that's not a good story. They're brand disloyal. When everything happens, I am at a stake. And because you are connected with me as a designer, as a company, as a service provider, you are also equally at a stake. Of course, they are very well connected. They are social media 7. The good part is they are responsible. They want sustainable. They want to look forward, to take care of the Mother Earth as well. So this is an audience that we all are dealing with today. And as a brand, as a marketer, I need to make sure that I work with you to take care of those needs of this particular consumer. Now, if this is happening, one thing which is universally accepted by all the brands across all the category is that the product life cycle is shortening. Now, this is coming from a design perspective. Earlier, any product, in 1980, if you see, the product was 2.25 years from actually launch to phase out. In year 2000, it came down to 1.08. Today, it is less than half a year. Tomorrow, I don't know. So which means there are new product which is getting launched in a time which is less than what we think, what we anticipate. And this put a lot of pressure onto a brand today. So what's really happening? On a nutshell, what's really happening? Consumer is changing. Now, because of this changing consumer, I myself as a brand want to change. I want to be more agile. I want to be more quality conscious. I want to be more eco-friendly. I want to be more responsible. I want to definitely be more healthier in terms of my perception of my services. And if you see the circle which is connecting a brand and a services is you and me. We are the guys who definitely want to help brand to go and connect them to the consumer with the message, with the communication, with the services that they need. And this is where HP comes into play. This is where we say, why HP Indigo? And why HP Indigo is for a very simple reason, is we want to work on the consumer behavior and want to develop product and services along with the design community, which can actually help them to satisfy their needs. And this is what the first and the foremost that we always look forward to. I want them to get a product which is made for me or made for them. And how do I do it? Actually, many of the brands come back to you as a problem statement. I want to give an extraordinary product to my consumer, which nobody else owns. Now, this is the same statement actually Coke came back to us in 2012, 2014 in a country called Israel. And they wanted to do similar one to get connected to the teenagers and the millennials that were not using the Coke. And this is what really happened. And I'll just show you a video now. I'm sorry, just me. This was working perfectly fine. Can you just put a click next to it?
We at Diet Coke believe that each one of us is unique. That in each one of us, you can find that special something that is extraordinary. This is the essence of our brand. We have decided to make an innovative marketing move and replace our branded bottles designs with millions of unique and different looks. millions of one-of-a-kind bottles. All bottles, in all sizes. Each one is unique. No other bottle in the world looks the same. In order to make our consumers feel extraordinary each time they drink a Diet Coke, we've developed a revolutionary technology. A special algorithm gave the printers the ability to think like a designer and create countless and different amazing designs, which were printed on all the bottles. Millions of designs. Millions of bottles. The launch of the campaign was followed by hundreds of billboard ads. Each billboard looked different. At point of sale, we gave our consumers branded gifts printed with the same designs as appeared on their bottles. We flooded the TV with a groovy spot and a pop-up commercial every time there was an extraordinary performance on The Voice show. The campaign created a huge buzz on social media and even on eBay. The results were also extraordinary. We gave our consumers the actual feeling of extraordinary by bringing our brand's values to life.
Interesting? Okay. So this is what we did. We co-created, we collaborated with the design agencies. And being a tech company, what we did is we created an algorithm from one complex design, I can create a millions of design. Every design is a unique design with a unique code. And when, as a consumer, I get that Coke bottle, that design belongs to me. So this is something which is made for me. And this is where, as I said, the design community and HP came together to create this algorithm, right? Now, the first trial or the pilot which was done in Israel, which was for 2 million design. Then when Coke really saw the benefit out of it, they really want to go overboard. And this time, they really came out with one more campaign, which is primarily for US market now. Now, this time, what Coke did is they actually created 36 base design. The previous, if you see the Coke Israel, what we did is 8 base designs. In the next campaign, we did 36 base design, which is inspired by bubble, fizz, taste, and the spirit of the Coke. And out of these 36 base designs, what we created was 16 million unique design. And all these 16 million unique designs were actually put onto the shelf, and it was a great, great, great experience for consumer as well as the brand to connect together through extraordinary. But this time, it's mine. Because they changed the campaign from an extraordinary to it's mine campaign in US. All right. So this is how brand really want to play around with the psychology of made for me, and with the help of design and technology, we can really cater to those kind of services. I am short of time, so what I'll do is, not only Coke, we have many of the other brands which have actually used the similar technology, which is Mosaic. Nutella has used it, chocolate has used it. This is an Indian brand. All right. We are not promoting cigarettes here at all, but this was the first campaign which was done in Mosaic in India, where we actually created 10 million unique cigarette cartons. Right. Each carton is a different carton. And the interesting one, which is just completed now, which is in Valentine's, on 2022, is the Kit Kat campaign, where we printed close to around 17 million of unique wrapper of a Kit Kat chocolate with, if you see, this campaign had a many different mudras to connect with the audience. I will not speak too much about it. Better, if you can just go and Google it. This was a beautiful campaign which is done. I'll take another 2-3 minutes more. So this is how we want to collaborate with the design agencies, and we want to make sure that we help each other. Now, this was the one element of design. Now, when we talk about design, it's all 30,000 feet, a very strategic level. But sometimes a very simple execution idea can actually help the brand to connect to their audience very well. And this is what we really did. When somebody was sipping a coffee, I asked him, "How is the coffee?" He said, "Not fresh." All right, we always connect coffee, whether it is fresh or it's not fresh. And how do I prove that a package which is kept on a shelf of a retail, of a large format retail, whether the coffee is fresh or not? So this is what we did for this one particular brand. I'll just... very simple idea, but a great execution. The pack was packed, the coffee was packed 4 hours before it was delivered to the customer. And what is the biggest proof that you have is the same day newspaper headline which is printed on a coffee pack. As I said, may not be a great element of design into it, but what it is, the proof of concept that it is delivering to consumer as a fresh coffee is something very unique here. So this is what we HP as a do. And my humble request to you, because we have a time limitations here. We have done a lot of campaigns. We have a lot of campaigns. If I keep talking about campaigns, there are almost around 1,000 plus campaigns that we have done it for our brands. Now what we are requesting here, as a team, I'm here, my colleagues are here. We request kind of a very small engagement with all of you, where how do we collaborate with you to your brands, right? And do these kind of services as a problem-solving solution for all of them. And this is what we would love to do that at the end of show. And in the last, this is my email ID and this is my phone number. If we are not able to connect today, please send me a text message, send me an email. I would happy to connect back to you.